were diagnosed with cancer, would you know who to call for help? I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Local Edition. With me this hour is Janet Teixeira. She is Executive Director of the Cancer Care Connection. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Jill.
And one of the most difficult things that you can ever hear from a physician is, you have cancer. People don't necessarily know what to do next, what those next steps are, and that's where you as an organization come in.
Absolutely. We hear so often that once you hear the word cancer, I didn't hear anything else. And as a caregiver myself, and having experienced that through my husband, I can attest that that is true. So it doesn't matter how smart you are, how much you know in the world. Everything you know goes out the window when you hear those words. You are starting in a foreign territory, and you need a guide. And that's who we are. You're
actually a free service. It's telephone-based, but you also help people navigate the information that's out there, because that's one of the big challenges, is how do you find what's best for you? How do you find the resources that work in your own life?
Exactly. There are millions of resources on the web and hundreds of resources physically in the world that are there to help. And we want people to know that and connect to the ones that are right for them. So our job is to listen to what a person's situation is, sort through what is really important for them, and then guide them specifically to what they need.
So when someone picks up the phone to make that phone call to you, what then happens? What are the next steps in terms of accessing this information and possibly getting the care that you need?
Well, first of all, there is no phone tree. So I really want to put that out there. That's very important to us, that people directly reach the person who's going to help them, who's going to be a master's level health professional who's trained, highly trained in the field of cancer and how to assess the situation, ask questions that are relevant and important to know. You don't need to know what to ask. You don't need to know what to look for. We will help you figure that out. And then we target and direct you to organizations that could help you, to information that you need, or we may just be sitting with you while you try to make sense of your experience. So even if you're emotionally upset, you can just call and talk it through with us, and we can help you regroup so that you can continue to fight the fight against cancer.
Is this just for the patients, or do you actually help to provide other services as well for caregivers, for family members?
Our services are for all people affected by cancer. So it could be the caregiver, a coworker, the employer, a neighbor, a friend, anyone who's trying to help that person who's affected by cancer.
And really that ripple effect when it comes to cancer.
Absolutely. We know that when a cancer diagnosis occurs, the ripple effect is far-reaching. It doesn't just affect the person who has cancer, but everyone who cares about them and all the aspects of their lives.
I just want to move over to a federal grant that you recently got. This is really creating a new partnership.
Yes, in collaboration with the University of Delaware School of Nursing and Christiana Care's Center for Outcomes Research, we are now able to focus our attention to our older adults and their family caregivers to make sure they know they have everything they need to face cancer. No one should have to do it alone.
Are there specific challenges that older adults face when it comes to cancer?
I think that they are more isolated. I think that they maybe don't have access to internet the same way, and their loved ones might be geographically distant from them. So we can really act as a force to pull everyone together to get them what they need.
We just have a short time left, Janet, but if someone is thinking about picking up the phone to make that first phone call to you, why would you encourage them to do that?
We are waiting and hoping to help people who are facing cancer. It's what we're here for. And you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to know what to ask. Just call us up and tell us, I'd like some help. Tell me what you can do for me, and we'll take it from there.
All right, thank you so much. And again, these services are free public services.
Absolutely free.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Certainly, thank you.
We've been talking with Janet Teixeira. She is Executive Director of the Cancer Care Connection. I'm Jill Horner.